B for booking.
Okay, I think you're there. Ooh, I am not pressing the right things. Here we
I have
go.
that problem.
Oh, shit. Yeah, please do. Okay. Thanks, sorry. I don't know why I freaked out.
Could they hear all that too?
Probably, yeah.
All right. Hi. We had a little
Yeah, that's how we
video
roll around
technical
here.
problem there. But it's Saturday. We're live. Welcome to Side Dish. It's me, Doug. We have Amy behind the camera, and Denise is here, and our good friend Landon is here. And I got to tell you, I'm excited for tonight because we're making garlic knots. One time, and I quote, Denise said, after eating garlic knots, this little bowl of butter that they came in, she says, I'm going to drink this butter. And then she says, haha, I'm just kidding. And then she goes, no, almost immediately. So we have a nice torrid relationship with garlic knots. Now, we've made garlic knots here before, not on this show. But one of the things I really like about them is that you can use the dough that you make garlic knots with to make pizza. So if you're making pizza, so just make pizza dough, and then you can kind of jump on the bandwagon. Landon, do you like garlic knots?
Well, yeah. I don't know who wouldn't like them.
See, this is the thing that I also believe, because I tell you, what's terrible? It's butter, it's garlic, it's Italian seasonings, it's bread, delicious bread. Yeah. So I hope everybody's well. I hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode. I know we were able to. We were at a fancy dinner, and I was able to more garlic. That's right, Deefy. And I was able to actually do the premiere chat with you while we were having our fancy dinner on Saturday last week. So thank you for everybody who was there and everybody who's watched since. Yeah. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is that we need to get our. What?
We've got somebody we need to block.
Oh, okay. You know how to do that. Okay. I'm putting in garlic, or not garlic. Nope. I'm putting in yeast, which is active dry yeast, and then that's 2 1/4 teaspoons, and then 1 teaspoon of sugar. And the sugar is to help feed the yeast once it comes out of hibernation and make it go yum 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 and have some farts. And which is basically what the bubbles are. It's just the yeast farting. So you want to get some water. I'm using 1.5 cups. The recipe originally that I'm using called for 1 1/3 cups, but I found it not to be enough. Not to be enough. So I'm using 1.5 cups.
DP says, if I don't see half the garlic bulb on the table, I'm going to have words.
Well, let me put it this way. I doubled up what I was putting into it earlier, DP, because it says 3 cloves of garlic for like the little sauce. And this is the butter sauce. And this is mostly garlic at the bottom. And then I'm going to double the butter too, because it smells, first of all, we're baking some.
Is that them?
Yeah,
It smells amazing.
Yeah. So let's take a look. Those are almost getting close to done. All right. So I'm going to just get that. You get that in your nostril?
Yeah, I just got a whiff.
So I'm gonna mix this up with a handy dandy coffee stirrer. I want to get those broken up, and then just I'm gonna open the bottom oven and throw this in there for about 5 or so minutes. And while I do that, we'll go over some other stuff. But yeah, only 3. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. And I was like, this is so. I'm making garlic knots. The name of the dish is garlic knots. You can't. It's like a 50-50 mix, if you ask me. So this recipe, the nice part about this recipe, it will make 18 garlic knots. No, 16. Sorry, mathing is hard. Just gonna set that in there and warm with the door open a little bit so it doesn't get too
Doesn't it have a proof?
Not on this one. The other, only the top.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the nice part about this. But so I've also already got 1 baking. I've got 1 proofing, so I can show you how to do the garlic knots on for the roast. And then I'm just gonna put this over here. I'm gonna smash it with the fun Allison get together here. Oh. That's how you lose a finger, everybody. Okay, so we're going to do just a programming update. Next week, we will be doing live on Wednesday night because I will be out of town. And so, and as I realized as we were filming last week's episode, that I could have just gone live on the day that we were actually filming it. I didn't. So we're doing that. So that's, make sure you'll see everything like we normally do.
Live on Wednesday
Live on Wednesday.
at 7?
7 as normal. So. Somebody have downstairs. Yes. I love when I'm up on the big screen thing. So that's going to take about 5 or so minutes. What you want to see, and I'll show you on the camera. But this is 3.5 cups of flour. Now you can use AP flour, but I'm using bread flour because bread flour to me is going to make a more soft dough, and I want these things to be nice and pillowy and soft. So you want to get. This is olive oil. It's 2 tablespoons. Use good olive oil. I'm using this Orsi, which is Orsi family. It's from the Orsi family vineyards on the Russian River Valley estate grown. It's delicious.
And they're awesome and fun.
They are. It's
delightful.
So good. But when you get olive oil at the store, it doesn't really smell pungent like olives. So, and then in the dough itself as well, we're going to add about half a teaspoon, I think is what it is, of garlic powder. And that's just going to make the garlic kind of go all the way through the entire bread. So
I think the garlic knots at Smenza's, I think they sprinkle the top of them with garlic powder, don't they?
I've never been there.
I think they do.
I've actually never
That's
heard
been
of it.
too long. We need to go back.
well, we can't go there after dark. It's in a
Not in a
rough part
nice
of town.
area.
It's over off of Neil Road, sort of on the east side of the airport, that kind of area. I mean, it's not too bad. Oh, yeah, nothing. I mean, we'll be fine. So yeah, and then that's really it. I mean, it's the dough itself, which is what you want, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients, and one of those is water. So water, yeast, sugar, olive oil, salt, garlic powder, and flour. And then for the topping, we have butter, 5 tablespoons. Now listen, do what you want here, but I'm going to do more. So that's the deal. And then 3 cloves of garlic. Obviously, I'm going to double that, probably Italian seasoning, salt, and then I am doing the optionals because after baking, we're going to put a little Parmesan cheese and a little Parmesan and the
A
remainder.
little parsley, you mean?
Yes.
What did I say?
Parmesan.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put it on twice. I'm happy with that.
So
but-
I've got this. I need to microwave this, but what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to probably just make this all again and then top it, and then when we put the other batch in, we'll do that. The other thing we're making tonight is called a Matador. Imagine a red cake.
Olay.
We'll put that in post. No, we won't. But it's tequila, lime juice, pineapple juice, simple syrup, and bitters, which I find an interesting addition. So
The bitters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Which kind of bitters?
Angostura. Sorry, I knew that. Was
Aren't they different? There's an orange top and a yellow top, right?
Well, the orange? That's orange bitters.
Oh,
This is more herbal. The other one,
I trust you.
oranges. So I was wondering what I did that. Put it in the Thanksgiving. Keep your day open. We'll do a full day of live streaming. I ordered a local turkey from I think it's a farm in Fallon, and it's pasture raised. It's supposed to be like a well taken care of turkey. I got a 12 to 15 pounder. It's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna do it I did it on the Traeger last year, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it on the Traeger again this year. I noticed that Home Depot had a special turkey pellets, which is just got a little bit hint of rosemary in them. And so I might go get some of those, but they're expensive. But here nor there.
Can't you just put some rosemary sprigs in the pellet
You probably,
area?
you probably could. I mean,
And we have that.
yeah, we did. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, I know a couple of people have already saw, but we got enabled to have comments or a section of our YouTube page where we can post things and you can comment on things. So I put a few things on there. Ask you what your favorite dish is. So if you go onto the page and go to, I gotta remember here, hold on. Okay. I'm gonna try and find this because I find it to be interesting and I want you to participate if you can. Go to our website or thing and you're gonna see community. That's the thing. So you'll see community, underneath community, you can type things and you can see things. So that's good. I posted something there. Captain Scarrows has already kind of participated. And so I think what we're going to do, and I'd like to do this because mac and cheese was like our second episode. So I'm thinking we might just do like a mac and cheese sort of deep dive episode in which we talk about mac and cheese, but then things that are like mac and cheese. Like, you know, a variation would be like pizza or something like that. Or I was going to say fettuccine Alfredo, which is sort of a fancy, you know, it's a pasta, it's a cheese sauce, it's, you know, very similar. Or something like, talk about something that is not a cheese sauce, but has a creamy texture like that, like carbonara. So
Pasta and cheese episode. Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's the, you know, I like that a lot. And I want to do like more of these types of things. So also please like and subscribe to this channel and this video. Okay.
That's what I was just gonna say, Dan should come down.
That is very hot
For Thanksgiving.
yeah.
It's on the lawn.
Be all alone.
Well, come on down, Fred. Okay, so can you see in there?
No. Tip it more. More. Yes, now we can.
Okay, that cloudiness is what you're looking for. So that means it's on there. I don't want to go too much. So this is a little warm, but that'll be fine. It's not like it's dead. So and the liquid isn't that hot. So just be careful when you're doing it. So I'm gonna add all this in here because it's just gotta come together.
What's
So
that?
That is garlic powder.
Okay.
This is the olive oil. We're basically making a really nice dough, but just keep in mind that we're gonna be doing a few different things with it. Well, you can do a few different things with it. You want to get a 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, kosher salt. I know, what a weird number, 3/4, but. Do you guys make pizzas at home using this type of dough? I'm interested in what people do with this dough. So I'm going to mix half of this in here. I'm just going to toss about half of that in there because I want to. I'm just going to let that mix, and it's going to. Mix it all together. I'm going to be making our menu for Thanksgiving here, probably either Monday or so I can start to decide what I need to go buy. But one of the things we are integrating, and I think we should talk about this, is we're going to put that cauliflower dish that we made.
Yeah. Gosh, that was good.
That's that cauliflower sort of casserole, cheesy deliciousness. And we're going to mix that in with our normals. And I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe not having something else instead of that. Maybe it's a casserole type of thing. So I don't know. Yeah. So this is like, again, we're looking for.
I think you can skip the pie and just make sticky toffee pudding.
Is that what you think everybody's gonna want?
It's delicious.
Well, that's sticky
And
toffee.
it's less labor intensive when you're making everything else.
I'll make a pie. I'm gonna make one cherry pie.
I
'cause
know
it's
you will.
delicious. But
Butter toast, pretzel sticks, popcorn, and some jelly beans.
I mean, hey, if you're by yourself or you're not having to, you don't like to cook a lot with a lot of people, then I think that sounds delightful. This is just my favorite thing. So I'm just adding this in here, and then I'm gonna let it again keep coming together. And just like any dough that we've done here, I want to make sure that this doesn't spew flour all over the place. But it's going to go for this will go for 10 minutes. And while that's going for 10 minutes, we're going to jump into making a cocktail, or maybe we'll talk about something else. I don't know. I forgot that I had this, Denise. I think you got it for me.
Yeah.
But then what I really didn't realize is how to use it. And then today I was like, hey, what is this for? And then I was like, oh, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I am not a smart man.
What was the other thing you learned today?
What? Oh, so this. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Okay, you have a tape measure. This is just random things. But okay, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit and let it go for like right there. It needs to. It's gonna come together. It's gonna look wet, but as the gluten develops, it'll be good. But so you know when you're like kind of doing this move and you're like trying to what is that? Blah blah blah. You don't have to do that. You can just. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. You can literally just. You know this.
That's better if you're over there.
But you can go like this and get it exactly like this and go, oh, that's 39 and like 15/16. But you add 3 inches to it because this thing has 3 inches written on the side with the arrow, which means this distance is 3 inches.
So show where it's written on there.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it with it.
See, it's on the bottom. It says 3 inches.
Yeah. I'm almost 45 years old, and I've used the tape measure to build a lot of things, and I didn't know that. So if you're like me and your mind is blown, you're welcome. But, okay. So this is going to go, but it's okay, because while that's doing that, we can actually move on to the next step.
Oh,
Amazing.
I thought you were going to make a cocktail.
We are, but listen, we got plenty of time, folks. Nope. Let's do 9. Okay.
Wait, those are still in there for another 9 minutes?
No, they come out here shortly.
Oh,
I'm gonna actually.
sorry, I misunderstood what was happening.
Whoa! Let's look at those. This is the beauty of this show is that you got to kind of it's like choose your own adventure when stuff happens. But so this is what the dough is going. After this, it's going to look like this. After an hour, and then after a little bit more, it's going to look like this. Nope. Okay. So what you're going to want to excuse me. So this is solidified, but that's okay. These are hot, so. You can just rebrush on here and it will melt nicely. And you're gonna get more garlic on here. Oh my God, look at that. Yeah, they do look amazing. This is where we probably gonna lose some engagement. People will go like, I already saw the end, I don't need to stay with them. This is why I'm not good at this. Anyways, you want to get this nice and brushed. Get everybody happy. And I'm just adding the butter here and letting it melt sort of on the top and spread around on itself. And yep, you are correct. The mixer is dancing around. Sir, New York is coming for you. Come on down. Anybody's welcome. We got rooms to spare.
DP says you're not putting enough on.
Listen, I know.
But you're also going to put cheese on there, right?
I'm going to put cheese and parsley here too.
Okay.
And you got to remember, we put a lot on earlier. But I agree. If I was going to, we are going to do this again, but I would definitely double up on everything, the butter included.
Not enough.
Okay.
you fresh grated that right before the show, right? Doug?
I sure did. Never use store-bought pre-shredded mozzarella, or really any cheese, but especially Parmesan.
I didn't want people thinking it came from a green can.
It would never come from a green can. That, I'm getting PTSD thinking about my childhood. So,
Yeah, I don't think I actually knew what Parmesan tasted like until I was an adult.
so don't worry, everybody. I'm gonna put these here, and then I'm gonna melt more butter and then put that on top too. But I want to finish these up, and then I'll put them off to the side so they cool a little bit, so it doesn't taste as hot like we're eating lava. Okay. So you want? I've got this dough here, and it's already raised up. This is really nice, supple.
Now we can put more garlic butter on top just to seal the flavor in.
That's, you know it. That's exactly what I'm going for. Okay. So this is a little warm, but that's fine. You know, wood is not a good conductor of heat, so it should be fine. You want this to be about.
Why don't you just do it on the granite? Move the cutting board.
Because I'm going to cut it.
Oh, okay.
They say to make it 5 inches wide, 16 inches long. Now, the only reason we want to make it 5 inches long is because we're going to cut these into 1 inch strips. So, and these are, I'm eyeballing this, but you want 16 of these. So, this is probably about right. Some will be bigger than others because obviously that's just how this works.
This should work.
But this should be fine. It's probably going to work just fine. If you end up with more, combine 2 small ones into 1 big one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Are you about halfway through?
Yep. 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Nailed it. Close enough. I just cut that one in half. So we're working on a time bomb here because it's bread. So you want to make sure that you're keeping what's up. And you're gonna keeping up with what's up. You want to make it, whoops, you don't want to do that. But what you do want to do is, Denise, can you put, I have parchment paper over here. And I'm going to, dancing mixer is correct. You have to be careful. For whatever reason, we have mixers that just want to come off the counter. So you want to get it to a length that is going to be able to be tight. So I hold it up here, wrap it around, and then basically knot it like a garlic knot. Now, damn it. Do it again.
You can't pull on it.
So what I do is I also knot it at the bottom here too. And I get a little bit, now I get better at this as I go. So just don't judge me. But they're all going to taste delicious. I can tell you that already. So I've just set that, and then when I get the thing, I'll show you what happens. Thanks, Denise. So you're just going to set them on there because they're going to have to rise. But we're not going to go through that stuff because we know what it's going to look like. So this one seems a little bit big. I'm going to take a little bit off of here, throw that with that one, and then we'll have one. Okay. And then if you can, because it's still a little sticky, but you can do it. And then you just kind of braid it again. I tuck it underneath, and it sort of looks like now it has 2. And you do that until you have 16 of them. So I'm gonna move on to the cutting the sauce and making all that. So I'm gonna put this over here, and Denise, if you want to feel the need to do the rest of these, or anybody can participate in the crowd. They just tighten a knot. How about that?
Trying to tie it in two knots.
Yeah, basically tight. Okay. So I'm gonna call this good, even though it has a minute left. Yeah, we were guessing. But you want, see, this is what I'm looking for. See how it's got elasticity, but it also has a little bit of, a little touch. Get this is good. You made all this, so don't, What are you looking forward to the most for Thanksgiving, Amy?
The most?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to that cauliflower dish again. And I love stuffing.
Yeah.
Love it.
What about those?
You're not going to try to mess it up again, are you?
Do you do a real stuffing? Like not a dressing, but an actual stuffing?
No, I don't stuff.
Okay.
I find we don't really need to. If you're going to cook the stuffing in the bird, you need to take it out and then you need to put it in a container and cook it some more because it needs to get hot enough that
Whatever. I
I
ate
feel like-
stuffing from the bird all growing up. Didn't you?
no,
Your mom didn't stuff the bird?
not really. I mean, she took it out. We didn't really eat it that way.
I know Holton Brown doesn't approve of the stuffing.
Judy did not.
She didn't?
Salmonella
God, you
sandwich.
guys are so sad.
All right. So the bread, look at that. Look at that. This is why this is going to make a really good pizza dough too, because it's really it's heavy, but it's got a nice feel. This makes about 2 pounds. So. Do that, and then you're going to let it sit in a kind of warm area for about an hour, or until it doubles in size. So, okay. Now, when you get a chance, can you get another stick of butter out of the refrigerator? She's using a drill at my It's not working. Thing didn't either.
What?
Yeah,
Wrong with you.
probably a lot, but we shouldn't make fun of our viewers.
Well, you know what? I say I'm tougher than all of you because I never got salmonella from that.
They can make salmonella in me.
We didn't
No.
have
No,
salmonella.
you just got a tummy ache and you went on with your life. Botulism, on the other hand.
That's
Yeah.
not good.
All right. So I have 3 cloves, but we're gonna kick it up to 7 cloves. That's more than double, and more than double of the butter. And we're just gonna double it up.
Double it up.
Woo, woo. Now I'm gonna cut the garlic up, and then I'm gonna throw it in here when I melt the butter, so that it gets a little bit cooked. That will take off the brightness of it a little bit. So that's what I want to make sure. Did I tell you guys I planted garlic in the garden? Did I say that already?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I got like 21 cloves in there or something like that. Not cloves, but yeah, cloves, I guess. I got 2 different varieties. One's a soft neck variety, which did you know that there's a soft neck and a hard neck variety of garlic?
What does it mean?
Well, it's the flavor of soft neck, which is what we're using. So garlic, comes with these little toppers where the green part comes out. Okay, so on a soft neck, it looks like it's kind of built of all the little things that come up into one.
Okay.
What a hard neck looks like, and I didn't know this, was the same looking kind of bulb, but in the middle, it's like there's basically like one thing that comes up, and then the bulbs kind of come around it when it.
Like a stem, or is it fibrous,
It's fibrous.
leafy like that?
No, it's when it's not dried, it looks just like the stalk, but it's a hard
Huh.
thing. So
Did not know that.
The news. What do they know? Salmonella Sally. Cut this woody bit out. I don't want that nice stuff. Well, I understand the concept of the stuffing in the bird. I mean, you get the drippings from the bird on it. But what I've seen people do, and if you take your turkey out, because, if you cook a 12-pound or 15-pound turkey, you got to let that sucker rust for an hour, at least. And it will still be piping hot when you cut into it. So you could take some of the drippings from the bird as it's, and mix it up. You make some gravy with it, is what I recommend. But you could add some of that into, and when because you add butter to.
Well, we made it in the bird and out of the bird, and then you mix it together.
Yeah. So that, I guess you could do, that's what I'm saying, is that you take the mixing, you mix it in with the dry stuff, like you do with butter. Because it's taking the turkey fat, which, schmaltz, basically, chicken fat. Oh, I forgot about those ones.
So the other question, Doug,
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
jumping ahead a little bit to Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
To brine or not to brine?
Always to brine. So I have tried doing a dry brine the last few years. I don't like it. I believe that they come out too salty. And I wash the bird like you're supposed to. But what I like a wet brine for is that it's more forgiving. You still get plenty of penetration of the salt and brine into the flesh. It's the best. Also, so I've started to decide that I'm becoming Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers, because the way he is obsessed with making Thanksgiving and turkeys, I'm also obsessed with. So you'll see it. You should, again, tune in for Thanksgiving, and you'll watch me be insane for the entire time I'm cooking. So, I did figure something out that I might be able to use my cell phone to have as an additional camera, so that then if we're streaming, I can switch to it and take you outside
that's cool.
without a remote and go from there. So it's very supple and very delightful. So
Could you use that to make pizzas?
yes, it's the same. You use the exact same dough. So if you wanted to, you could take half of that dough, make one pizza, and eat nuts.
Yeah.
So, which would be perfect for us, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Denise would eat 4 of them, and we'd have to share the other.
Right?
The other one.
But
That's your problem.
I mean, it is my